My name is Shawn Williams, and I am the program manager at the spot.
And can you give the Jane and Finch community some of the highlights of your career?
I can. I guess first and foremost, I was born in the United States, Detroit, Michigan, to be frank. I kind of took up the field of social work. My first kind of encounter with that was a camp, cystic fibrosis. I'm not sure if people are familiar with that, but it's a disease that kind of basically just kind of keeps producing pneumonia-type symptoms in the victims or what have you. So most of the kids that have it die at like 16. So I worked in that camp in Michigan. From there, I went to Eastern Michigan University. After finishing there, I interned in New York City at a place called Camp Olmsted, which also removes like high-risk youth from the inner city, and we took them up to kind of upstate near Cornwall and Connecticut and tried to introduce them to things that they normally wouldn't find in a city setting. So that's kind of where I started, and then kind of found myself in Canada and doing the same things, just kind of coming in and dissecting what I saw as problems. And one would be the piece with the harm reduction. You know, there was a point where homeless people, if you were under the influence of alcohol or drugs, you more or less had to sleep outside if you couldn't make it to a detox. So we kind of got in, myself, a gentleman by the name of Chad and Jason Mailman. We incorporated harm reduction, and that started in Eva Satellite, which is located on Young Street, and it exists to this day. So that's kind of one of the claims to fame.
So you're from what part in the States?
I am from the west side, 7 Mile and Livernois. I grew up in that area on a street called Warrington. I attended like 3 high schools because I was a black basketball player, so I attended Northwestern, Cooley, and Mumford and played ball.
Detroit is notorious for a lot of things. What are you taking from Detroit and bringing here to Toronto, especially within the Jane Finch area?
I just feel like, myself personally, like I'm coming from what could be Toronto's future if things don't change. Since I've been in Canada, which is about maybe 6 years roughly, I've seen a dramatic change for worse. As far as a rise in violence and all of that. So definitely. So like I said, if it continues to do what it's doing, it will be the future.
So can you tell me some of the sponsors to get this project off the ground? Who supported the spot?
I'd definitely like to say that we would definitely like to thank Trillium. We'd like to thank the City of Toronto. We'd like to thank the United Way. And actually, I'd like to thank Sue, too, because we're under Jane Finch Community and Family Center. We're an umbrella. Okay. So I'd like to thank them also.
Okay. Yeah. And tell our community, what are some of the services you provide, and who are you targeting?
We're targeting probably every youth in this area. Right now, like, we're still in our developmental stages. We have Young Leaders of the Inner City, which is a group that is run by Byron, who is our youth focus worker. And they meet every Tuesday, at least twice a week. They convene and have group discussions, outings, field trips, and all that, but they're all educational pieces, so it's good for the young people in the area. And then we also have Project U, which is Youth of Unity. And they're both kind of co-ed, and basically kind of a similar thing as the Young Leaders, but they come together probably more often than the Young Leaders would. And then we also offer the Graffiti Transformation Project, which is for about 6 months, and we'll actually have participants from the community come together on one project that will be, actually we'll have it in the back there. Okay. There's a very big wall, and we'll have it similar to that. That's also done by the people in the community. I'm pointing to stuff that they can't see. So, but, yeah. So that's something that's exciting. And then we also have our women's group, which is run by Tanya. And that, I could say, in a nutshell, is kind of bringing young women from the community that would be facing problems with pregnancy and stuff like that, and just kind of empowering them and educating them around how to make things kind of less difficult.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
Now, there's a couple different agencies within our community. What is it that the need that this one had to get started up and funding needed to go into this that sets you apart from other agencies?
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of the focus in the area is on employment and education, which are definitely necessary. I feel what kind of sets us aside is we definitely offer those things, but I think we offer more forms where young people can actually vent and be heard. And I think we're not calling other agencies dictators, but I think we're more responding to their needs in terms of what they're asking for. And a lot of the development of this place will be based off of that. Yep.
Any words to the community? Anything you'd like to share? Hook them in, get them involved, get them here?
Yeah, I'd like to say, one, come to the spot. And the second thing I'd like to do is if anybody has any ideas around programming or things like that that they'd like to see in this area, just please don't hesitate to contact us. You can email me, which is chrisw@thespot.janefinchcommunityandfamilycenter.com. Or you can actually come to the spot, which is located at Yorkgate Mall on the 2nd floor. Or you could even phone us. The number is 416-736-4413.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.